Hi, I'm Denzel Washington. See, January, the first month of the year, for many of us, it's a time of hope and new beginnings. But I want to talk about how something I did in January 2025 shaped the entire year, and I know if you apply the same principle, it will work wonders in 2026. And trust me, what I'm about to share is simple yet powerful. It's not just for the experts or the seasoned professionals, it's for anyone, even if you're just starting out. The first thing I did in January was reflect. Now, I know you're probably thinking, reflect? I need to get moving, not look back. But here's the thing, before you charge ahead, you need to know where you stand. Reflection isn't about dwelling on mistakes, it's about understanding where you've been so you can move forward more effectively. It's like driving, you use the rearview mirror to guide your path, right? You can't just floor the gas pedal without knowing what's ahead. So, January became my moment to pause, look back, and assess my past actions. What worked? What didn't? What lessons can I carry forward? Once I took that moment to reflect, the next step was setting clear goals. I didn't just make a vague wish like, I want to be successful this year. That's not enough. I got specific. I broke my goals down into manageable chunks, clear, actionable steps that I could measure. For example, instead of saying I want to be healthier, I said I'll commit to 30 minutes of exercise every day. Goals like that give you direction. They tell you where to focus your energy. Without clarity, you're just spinning your wheels. When you break things down like that, it becomes much easier to take action. But setting goals is only part of the equation. The real magic happens when you take action. And let me tell you, in January, I didn't wait for the perfect moment to start. I just did it. I didn't wait for all the conditions to be ideal, because they never are. What I realized is this: progress doesn't need perfection, it needs action. So I started small. I woke up a little earlier, read a chapter from a book every morning, and spent some time learning something new each day. These small actions, done consistently, began to add up, and that's when I started to see real momentum. I also realized that in January, building momentum is crucial. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, but if you keep pushing it, it grows and picks up speed. January was my moment to build that snowball, and I made sure I didn't stop rolling. Every day I took some action, even if it was just a tiny step, because I knew that consistency would carry me through the year. The key is that little by little, every small action starts to build momentum, and that's where things start to change. But here's the thing, when you're trying to build something meaningful, distractions will come. They always do. You're going to face obstacles, setbacks, and things that try to pull you off course. And I faced them in January too. But here's where the real lesson comes in. I had to stay focused. But staying focused doesn't mean being rigid or inflexible. I learned to stay focused on my mission while also being flexible with my approach. The path might not always be straight, but as long as you keep your eyes on the destination, you'll get there. Life will throw curveballs. Your job is to keep your attention on what matters most. And all of this, it requires consistency. That's the secret sauce. The biggest lesson I learned in January is that consistency beats intensity every time. It's easy to burn out, trying to do everything all at once. But when you show up day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it, that's when you start to see real change. The little things matter. Whether it's reading for 15 minutes, making that one phone call, or checking one item off your list, it all adds up. By the end of January, I had laid the foundation for the whole year. I didn't just have goals on paper, I had progress. Real, measurable progress. And as the months passed, I could look back at January and see that everything I did in that first month built on itself. The momentum carried me through the year. I didn't just survive the year, I thrived. And it all started in January with reflection, goal setting, taking action, and building momentum. So, let me leave you with this. January is more than just the first month of the year. It's the launch pad. It's the moment you decide where you want to go and take the first step. It's the foundation you build on, and it's the momentum you carry forward. If you set your goals, take action, and stay consistent, the rest of the year will take care of itself. And don't forget, reflection is just as important as action. Because when you know where you've been, you'll know where you're headed. Start with January. Start with small steps, and see how far it takes you. If this resonated with you, do well to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment.